Good morning. Today is the 24th of September and this is the Milton Keynes Museum and the 2023 British Leyland Autumn Rally. This is the fourth one I've attended and it's not quite as big as previous years. I think the reason for that is the weather, but there's still lots of tasty treats here. Got a nice Allegro display including I think 7 Vanden Plas, which is nice. I will get on to pronunciation of Vanden Plas a little bit later. So we'll start with this Allegro section, obviously 50 years of the Allegro this year. I do apologise for wind noise in advance by the way viewers, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. So this is a 73 Allegro, it's an early one. It's actually got the Series 3 tail lights on it. Apparently this car started life as a prototype 1500 special automatic, and then it was given a 1750cc engine and manual gearbox, and then registered in 1973. The engine's been modified quite extensively. Also, it looks like a competition car now, and it's quite big spotlights on there. So that's rather nice, isn't it? I don't think I've seen this one before. And we've got nice high specification Series 2 Allegro with the vinyl roof on it. There we go, there's the 50th birthday Allegro sticker. This one is another one of the specials, 77. Then next to it we've got a very late Allegro Series 3 1.3L, which we've seen before at many events. Got a rev counter of that one, and we've got a microphone for the indicator stalk, which is interesting. On a W, so 1980 to 81 registration. Then Alex from All Things Alex is here. Got 2 Alexes and 2 Allegros and 2 YouTube channels represented in this section. I think Alex's car is a 79, now you might correct me about that, but it's a 1300 Super. The story of this car is really amazing, and he's still using this on a daily basis, which is lovely. At some point I'm going to meet up with him and we're going to do a video of one of his other cars actually. Nice Series 1 here, 74 to 75 registration. Should look at the back of it, shouldn't I? Then it'll tell me what model it is. Oh no, it doesn't tell me. This does though, yeah, 75. This is the 1.1, so it's quite a basic one, this one. 1.1 was the base engine until the Series 3 in late 79 the Series 3 came out. And then Rick is here from the Agatha and Anything channel, 78 1.3, which made it here today. Oh, it's the 1300 Super, looking very nice. And we've got another car similar to Alex's one, 1100 Deluxe, 78-79 registration. I have this one coming in actually. Yeah, they are the same colour. And then we've got another Allegro, another Alex, and another YouTube channel, which is all very confusing. This is 74. Good morning. Cortex steering wheel represented today. 74. 1300 Super Deluxe, and we've got Esso here today with Zippy and Garfield. They're all here. Have we got another friend in here as well today?
Look, they're vegetables with faces. They're amazing.
That's marginally disturbing, but never mind. Cortex steering wheel. We'll get Roger out for you later. He has come. He's in the car.
Roger.
Just Roger. We'll get Roger, and Roger will come and see you. So there we go. We haven't got too many of the Series 1s here today. We have got something very rare though, which we'll see in a second. Someone's obviously been very serious about the celebration of the 50th anniversary this year. Look at that bonnet. That's absolutely and utterly extraordinary. Another Series 3 here. Amazingly, this has got a really posh front end on it with the quad headlamps, but it's only a 1.3. I like the alloy wheels, the same as on the Equipe, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, it's only it's an HLS, but it's only a 1.3. This is also an Allegro Series 3. It's quite an early one. They came in late 79, so 79 to 80 registration. It is quite a beast. I mean, we've got rarity of rarities in Allegro Equipe. Now, this is a very sort of strange thing here, because I think this is a Series 2, and it's got Series 2 rear lights. But I think it looks like it's got the elements from a Series 3. It's bumper Series 2 though. So this will be like the rarest of the rare. Also, this is rarest of the rare. This is Series 1 Allegro Estate. I mean, these are incredibly rare. They only made them for a few months. Having actually just filmed an Allegro Estate on the channel, I'm very curious about this. My gosh, it's not just a Series 1 Allegro Estate, it's a Series 1 Allegro Estate with a Cortex steering wheel. That is absolutely and utterly extraordinary. And they have very, very big boots on them, these as well. They're very, very spacious for the size of the car. And we've got another sort of unusual Allegro here. It's an LE. I don't think I've seen one of these before. 1500. This is a 78. Wow, we've got a rev counter in here as well. That's very, very posh. Not quite as posh as a Vanden Plas, but posh nevertheless. So in between our Allegro action, we've got this Morris van. Now this is based on the old A55 Austin Cambridge, but it's actually a 1971 or 72. They did make both Austin and Morris versions of this van, and they finished production in 1973. But the A55 Cambridge is based on is actually from the mid-50s. Right, first of it. Oh my gosh, how many Vanden Plas are there? Is that 9? 9 Vanden Plas. I don't think I've ever seen so many before in my entire life. Obviously, this is the one to have. It's not badger as an Allegro, but they are obviously based on them. This one looks like it's a 77 or 78 on an S. That is very nice. One that I actually have been offered to drive though is this one, which is the very famous one that was on Wheeler Dealers. It's owned by Paul from the Paul's Yard channel, as you can see from the information sheet on the side. It is really rather nice. Registered in, I think, 1976, this one. Yeah, most agreeable. I think also both of these have, oh yes they have, beige leather interiors with wood and picnic tables. Certainly do, don't they? Well, we've got a friend in there as well. So that one's a manual, this one's an auto. I have to sort of count through and see how many automatics, how many manuals there are out of these 9 Vanden Plas. I think we're having a bit of overload here, viewers. I think that's what's happening. Another 76. One thing I wanted to see was that the later Series 3 type Vanden Plas, that some of those were bashed as the, I think the Vanden Plas 1.7, but I haven't seen any of those today. We've got one of the Wombles in this one. This one, again, has a beige leather interior. Excellent. Yes, viewers, we are having the time of our lives. I would personally prefer a rev counter in one of these, but that wasn't the way the Vanden Plas were. And so you just sort of cope with it, don't you? 77, 78. Ooh, have we possibly exceeded this? Dark green with beige leather interior and wood. Viewers. That's really weird, like the centre bits of the seat are beige and the rest are green. Maybe that's just to come off, but we're seeing more of the manuals today than the autos. I would have thought they would have made more autos, but clearly they didn't. neutral colour, black with kind of like a biscuit leather interior. Well, this one's an auto. So that one's on the T7879. That one's on a T7879. That one's also on a T7879. My uncle actually had an Allegro in this colour. It wasn't a Vanden Plas, it was an Allegro, but it's in this colour, about the same sort of age as well. It's interesting. Another 7879 Vanden Plas. There are a lot of them. See, that certificate there will tell me exactly what year this one is. 78. And yes, more beige leather interiors with wood. Very, very, very nice. And this one, I think this is the earliest one. Yeah, it's an N. So I think this is based on the Series 1 Allegros, this one. This was an auto as well.
This is probably the earliest one surviving.
It looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah. Thank you.
Registered 3 weeks into production, this one.
That is amazing. So this is the Mann memorial display. We're doing this in reverse order actually, just because of where the cars are laid out. He had a hand in the Metro. Great man in UK automotive world, Mann. Passed away recently. Very basic Metro, this one, not even a passenger mirror, no rear wiper. Metro City's from 1983. Lots and lots and lots of things that this car does not have. If you pause the video there, you'd actually see what it doesn't have. Yeah, 1983. Then we got a TR7 V8. There were both TR7 V8s and TR8, which I always find a bit confusing. This one, 1980, 1981 on a W. Someone seems to have fitted a beige leather interior with wood to this. That's agreeable, isn't it? And then this really rather nice, I think this is a 75 actually, this Princess. This is a 1.8 base model. You can see no vinyl roof, nothing like that. And absolutely wonderful. We have actually seen this before on many, many occasions. It's pretty much 1800 it's badged as. Very early one. And we've got another Allegro. The one they've chosen is this 1100 Deluxe on a P. So this one's got a blue interior. I don't think I've seen a blue interior on an Allegro before. That is an early Series 2, yeah, 1976, completely original. Amazing. And then the Marina. Now, some of the Marina was definitely designed by Roy Haynes. I think Mann might have done the interior, I might be wrong about that. Quite an early Marina, 1971-72 registration. There's also another early Marina here too when we get to that section. But yeah, that is rather nice. The dashboard in the Series 1 Marines is very, very different to the later ones, like the one I drove earlier this year. Let's get into the Rover R8. Unfortunately, my R8 is not here today. I'm still waiting to get a centre exhaust section for it before we go for an MOT, so I have not come in it today. But we've got this, apparently is the very first R8 off the line. It's a 1989 214 GSO. I've seen this before, 200-400 Club. They always have a presence here at the Beale Autumn Rally. I like the colour of this. This actually has the optional leather interior. Leather was not standard on the GSIs, and neither were alloy wheels. This car's just got the wheel trims on it. But there we go. A Tempest Grey is the two-tone colour on this one. Then we're a bit sort of later on here with the R3 Rover 200. This is a VI. early VI 1997. I have driven one of these. It belongs to Mr. Richard Viverius driving, as you probably know. Also a similar car to Mr. Richardson's is this Tomcat Turbo 220 Turbo Coupe. I think this is the same blue as the one he's got as well, although his is a normally aspirated car. No airbag. This one, this is a 94, so it's a little bit later. It's actually still not got the grille on it here. The grills only came along a little bit later for these. This 400 here has that. The 400 actually got the grille before the 200s did. Got it, I think it was early 93, late 92, something like that. It's 416 GSI. Still not got alloy wheels or leather interior though, this one. Streetwise we're going to have to skip over that, and we're going to go on to this MG ZR. Which is selling a lot of parts. Oh right, it's a Northern Ireland plate, so but it's a facelifted one, so 2004, 2005. This car we've seen a lot before as well. 2002 Rover 45 Impression 2. Impression was a very, very popular special edition. I think this is the 1.6, it's 1.6 in copper leaf is the name of this colour. Another nice early R8 here. This is the very, very first year that they made them. This would be in 1990. And it's the 216 GTI twin cam, which is a pretty serious trim. I think it's got this, yeah, lovely blue interior. Yeah, May 1990, Prussian blue. Funnily enough, it's an auto. So this has got the wheels that were optional on the. Have a look at that FDH Coupe a little bit later. This has got the wheels that were standard on the GTI, but optional on the GSI. Which are on mine, and they look fantastic. Actually, this car looks in better condition than mine is. Never mind. But we've got a 3-door R8. Now these aren't very common, the 3-door R8s. Actually, they're not the most common type. And this is showing the sort of late 92 facelift 220 GTI. There was a 216 single cam GTI, 216 twin cam GTI, and a 220 GTI as well. But all three. Then we go on to something which I like to see at these events. 97, 98 420 GSI from Ral's Garage at Chalmers Ford in Hampshire, which is about 2 miles from actually where I live. I think it's still got dealer plates front and back. Yeah, Ral's Garage, Chalmers Ford, no longer exists of course. Local plate to the area. 1999 to 2000 Rover 200 R3. This is in really nice condition actually, this R3. Don't know what specification this is exactly. I know it's a K series, but towards the end they didn't actually put the model designations on the back of them. As you can see, it says 200, so unless I sort of fiddled around a bit, I wouldn't be able to tell you. So we have some FDH action here. This was a group of cars that were either going to be imported to Japan or went to Japan, but they actually came back and were registered on FDH plates, and they were Japanese specification models, so they got some very, very nice upgrades like air conditioning. All of them had aircon, which is a very, very rare option on a 200, which it does. They've still got the earlier dash in them. They're not the sort of later coupes like the one next to it, which have the late dash in it. Very desirable now, the FDH Tomcats. 97, 98 Coupe here. This will have one of the K series engines in it. So you can see the dashes are completely different in this one. It's a lot more like that R3 200 there. These are the, I think the Cosmos wheels. Actually, both of these have the Cosmos wheels. They're similar to the ones in the 200 BRM, and they actually are more common on like a 45. They look very good though actually on these. They look fantastic. The other two are late dashes, so they're both, I think, K-Series powered cars. I like the seats actually in this. I prefer these seats, but I like these ones too. Such a purposeful looking car, so nicely designed. That is 98.99 on an S, 96.97 on a P. Then we can have a look at some others. Again, that's another late one. 98.99 on an S. The latest ones I think I've seen are on a T or a V. They finished in 1999. This is a very early one, so you can see no grill on the front. I forget the name of this colour at the moment, but viewers, a beige leather interior. No wood, because that's not really the Tomcat style, is it? But I think this is a 220. Oh, it's a 220 turbo. Yes, please. Launch spec. Very, very, very tasty indeed, viewers. We like that a great deal. My gosh, another Vanden Plas just turned up. That's actually a really late one. That's a Series 3. Weirdly, like the late Vanden Plas look very similar to the early one. They don't have necessarily all the features from the sort of Series 3 Allegros. Right, let's go and have a look at... we're going to have a look at some Marinas Natals, but something else has just turned up. We will take a look at in a second. Actually, whilst that's coming in, we'll have a look at some more cars in this section here. 200 Cabriolet. Ooh, very nice, with beige leather interior and what was wood but has been swapped out for something else. This has still got the early dash in it actually. So yeah, it's about 95. It's the year they actually changed over to them. And then a Tourer, an early Tourer. I think they came out in 1994. So that is rather nice. We've got a badge on the back of this one. Oh no, we don't. So yeah, I don't know what one it is. It might be a 420 GSI. Just hold on a second, yes. Streetwise, we're going to have to skip, like the other one. But very nice, very, very late 25 here. Could even be MG Rover fleet plates on this. Would have been made after 1st of March, sorry, registered after 1st of March 2005, so one of the very last actually. We did turn up though on much later plates as well. Another early R right here with the lattice alloy wheels. That looks like a GTI actually with that interior. Yes it is, it's a GTI with the catalyst. Being 92 I think actually with the catalyst on the J. I promised more Marinas viewers and here we are. Early Marina on an L deluxe model 72-73. This is a 1.8 deluxe. Another one of the early ones here. Such a typical colour of this era, isn't it? We've even got furry seat covers on it. Absolutely amazing. 73-74 registration. Yeah, a Mark 1. Yeah, registered 73. That one, I've just seen on the side views, we're going to have to skip that one. This one though, I think has something lurking beneath. TC, no door handles, very different seats, 5-speed gearbox. I think there's something up about that Marina, but I'm not quite sure what it is. 72-73. We'll have a look at that Princess later. Ooh, Marina Coupe. I do like a Marina Coupe, views. 1275 GT. T. Does that mean it's got a different engine in it from standard? 73, 74. Different steering wheel. There's slot mag wheels on it actually. The early Marinas are in force today, aren't they? 72, 73 Marina Deluxe. The 1.3. Marina Estate, I think that's the only Marina Estate here. Yep, I think it is. Interesting sort of steering wheel. It looks reminiscent of the Allegro Equipe one, but it's not. Automatic. I've seen many automatic Marinas. 77, 78 registration. So we've got a Series 3 or Mark 3 Marina here. Next to another one, so 79 to 80 plates, both of them. The Ital came out early 1980. Take a look at this one first. Vinyl roof, sort of gold colour. That one is the 1700L, so with the new O series engine, which came out, I think 78 these ones came out. That is a 1300, I think russet brown is that colour. This is an extremely late Marina on a W. The Itals had come out by this stage, so this car, I think there was a little bit of history with this where it was going to go abroad, it didn't in the end. That's why it explained it's on W. Another Series 3 or Mark 3 Marina, 1980, 1.3 base model. The one I drove was a 79 1300 Coupe, which was quite good fun actually. To the earlier type here, one in this incredibly lurid, typical 70s colour, which is a 1.8 TC, excellent, with radial wheel speakers in the back, 73, 74. And this is a 71 Coupe, registered August 71. I think this colour is lime flower, as far as I remember. This is the Marina Super. But I think it's still got a 1.3 due to the grille. Yeah, it looks like it. And we have an Ital Estate. 1980 to 81 registration. And that is a 1.78 GLS. They also have a 2 litre, so that's not top of the range, but it's close to it. So it's got some Princesses, an Ambassador and a Wolseley. It's quite a late Princess, this one, on a W, 1980 to 81. Production finished, I think, in 1981 for these. I had the privilege of driving a Princess about a year ago. 2200 HLS from 78. Princess 2 like this one. This is a 2000 HL. And then an Ambassador Vanden Plas automatic, 82 to 83, and yes, it is actually a Y-reg. You still, however, do not get a rev counter. You get a thing called an economy gauge, but even in the Vanden Plas, that was the top of the range, you don't get a rev counter, which I always found very strange. But that is absolutely delicious, owned by a chap called Lee. Very, very nice. In contrast, here is a Wolseley. They were marketed, I think, of a Wolseley Saloon, actually, was the thing they were called. This car is very, very famous, actually. There's very few of these around. They made them for 6 months. So they weren't common at all at the time. They're certainly not common now. But yeah, that is a 75. And then we've got the Million Princess here, 1700 HL. That is a really, really typical colour of here, and it's fantastic. Original condition, 23,000 miles, and that's an auto. So I think, viewers, that is it for part 1. We'll see you again soon for part 2. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video and comment below, and there should be more incorrect information following very soon.